HMR parking compound along Reliance Street from the city of Mandaluyong, and we are across TV5. Tonight, you're joining me for Kapehan night. This is our Coaching Tuesday, and for tonight, it's gonna be a special night. I'm sharing the floor, I'm sharing this talk, not only with our latest, the newest member of their family, the batch 29 of the Life Coach Training Institute. Alright, tonight we have on floor, I'm sharing this talk with no other than my friend, my very good sister.
We're sisters.
Yeah, we're sisters. Because I have a trouble saying we're friends, because before we become friends, we're sisters. And tonight, I have the honor, the privilege, and such a joy to have her with me side by side to share this topic with you, Master Coach LaKendra Smalley.
So thank you so much. I mean, this is beautiful. I mean, this is what's today? Tuesday? Tuesday night, and the house is packed. And so that's a wonderful thing, meaning that everybody is here because you really value friendship and family, which is beautiful. So thank you. Thank you for those of you who are tuning in out there in our social media world. I am LaKendra Smalley. I am the founder and CEO of the Global Life Coach Training and Entrepreneur Institute Incorporated, formerly known as the Life Coach Training Institute. And we welcome you in to our home of family and love.
She's been in the country for about more than a week, and she's flying out later on at 4 a.m. So for those of you looking for her, there's another proof of life. She's alive. Okay, we're live right now. Okay, and she's joining me for Kapehan night. Okay, this is coffee time. This is coffee moment, brought to you by Decaf Coffee Republic. We exist for two things. We help, we transform, we inspire people and help transform lives. And one of the great things we do in this coffee shop, in this hub, to help you transform your lives is through coaching. And in this house, we are populated, saturated, and really full of life coaches. Let me just honor everyone who's joining us on floor. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Thank you for taking the moment to be with us. Many of you has been just certified 2 days ago, right? And can we have all the batch 29? Can we just honor the batch 29, the newest member? Batch 29, where are you? Can you give a hand? Wow. Okay. We have 15 graduates of the batch 29, and officially we turned 213 certified life coaches in the Philippines. Congratulations. All right, for tonight, we're talking about friendship. Okay, why friendship? Why friendship? Because in everything we do, wherever we go, there's always a friend that we can always turn to. Do you agree with me? Yes. The person next to you tonight, when you leave this place, can be your friend. Agree, disagree? Agree. Connect, disconnect? Connect. All right. To all of you tuning in for the first time, this is Master Coach A, and we're doing this talk every Tuesday and Thursday. We're coming in live, and just in case one of the coming Tuesday and Thursday you're free, please come over. The beauty of joining us on floor is you get to meet beautiful and wonderful people. We also do toolkits, we do coaching on floor before and after the live. So it's really beautiful if you can join us. For all our coaches, if you're joining us live here on floor, normally I give up toolkits that you can use with your clients. Now, for tonight, we've done it specially, a special thing because it's with my sister, okay? And we've start and kick off with the
Friendship hand.
5-finger friendship challenge. You can do this. If you're watching online, you can do this. Draw your hand in a band paper, okay? And in those 5 fingers, okay? Write in there what makes you a good friend. And if you are a good friend, what can you do better? Why is it important that you put it in a hand? Because many times you don't understand, you don't value who you are as a person. Yeah. All right? And I want you to look at your hand. Come on, look at your hand. Look at your hand. Face it. And then look at it. Can you remember the 5 things that makes you as a good friend? Can you remember? What stands out? What's on your pinky? Come on now. What's on your thumb? What's on the tall? What's on the point finger? What's in this? What do you call this?
The ring finger.
The ring finger. What's in there? I want you to have a closer look at your hands right now. Because this is the closest, okay, in everything that we do. We eat, we write, we work, we drive, we use our hands, isn't it? And it's beautiful if you can remember with your 5 fingers what makes you a good friend. Look, in everything that we do, we always want to get connected with someone. Yes? Okay, because we are wired to make relationship. We are wired to get connected. We are wired to be with other people. We are wired to connect with someone else. To me, friendship is connection. Like, it's difficult, it's challenging if you will be connecting with someone who's not your friend. I don't know about you, but do you want to connect with an enemy? I mean, figure it out. Can you think of it? Connecting with an enemy. How does it look like? It's horrible. It's terrible. Every day of our lives, we connect with people. And wouldn't it be beautiful if you can connect with a friend? Look, how many here can consider yourself an amateur versus a professional in what you do? Who are the amateurs? Who are the professionals? That's not a big question. Okay. Figure it out. What is it that you do today? What is it that you do today? What is it that you do at work? What is it that you do at home? And in that particular thing, I want to ask you, do you consider yourself professional or amateur? Both? Who are amateurs? Who are professional? Who says, I don't know? Who says, I will not answer? Who says, I'm confused? Who says, I need a life coach to answer that? Are you an amateur? Are you a professional in what you do today? Professional. Do you know what separates an amateur from a professional? Come on now! What separates an amateur and a professional? Experience? Expertise? Mastery? What else? Title, papers. What else? Come on now. Anyone here can share what separates an amateur from a professional? Credentials, attitude, what else? License, what else? Maturity, mindset. What else? Batch 29, yung table nila Coach Win, nila Pastor Jan. Yan. Glenn? Okay. Coach Shay, Coach G, Coach Glenda, Coach Nira, and Coach Denise. Okay, all the way from Singapore. Coach Denise is in Singapore right now. Okay. What separates an amateur from a professional? Tao.
Number of people.
Number of people.
Because if you work with so many people already, you become a professional.
You become a professional.
Amateur ka pa lang.
Okay, good. Now, figure it out. I'm sure you have one thing in mind today, right now, that you can think of when you hear the word professional and amateur. Am I correct? Now, test this. What makes that difference in your mind is this. An amateur, okay, an amateur is someone who's starting, right? A professional in your mind is someone that has been in the trade, that has been in the profession for the longest time. Am I correct?
Yes.
But would you agree with me that there are people who has been in the trade and still play it amateur?
Yep.
Yes.
Therefore, it's not the number of years. It's not how long you've been there. So what separates? a professional have one's mind, one goal every day, to build up its resources and skills every day. Building up skills and resources every day separates a professional from an amateur. If you are a professional with the things that you do, you're a professional wife, you're a professional husband, you're a professional teacher, you're a professional coach, whatever it is that you're doing it professionally, you are building your skills, you are building your resources every day of your life. That's what makes the difference between an amateur and a professional. Now, do I ask you now, are you a professional or an amateur? And now you don't know. I want you to take that to heart, coaches. Guess, all right? Why am I saying that? Because one of the things that we overlook every day of our life is how to build our resources and the skills we need to thrive in everything that we do. Whether personally, professionally, all right? We forget that there are things that we have to do consistently. And one of the things that we need to be nurturing, okay, is our connections with other people. We have forgotten that in everything we do, we need to nurture that relationship and that connectedness with other people. Because there's nothing you can do without another person's in your life. Can you agree with me?
Yes.
Can you agree with me?
Yes.
All right. So, because connectedness is important, relationship is important, it is also important that we understand our personal limitations, our personal blocks, why we are failing to build it up. Because you know that it's important to connect. Am I correct? Am I right? Yes. It is important to build relationship. Am I correct? Yes. It is important and it's beautiful to have friendship, right? Yes. But many of us, most of us who's been in the industry for the longest time will say friendship don't work. We've been hurt, we've been betrayed. Come on now.
Yeah.
Okay? Some people left us. Some people were not there when we needed them the most. If you've been through bankruptcy, you lost people. Am I correct? If you've been through challenges in life, where are the friends? They're gone. If you take challenges in life, if you take risks, where are the people you consider friends? They're gone. And you know why? Because to begin with, we miss to understand what friendship is. Come on now. All right? So, for tonight, I want to give the floor to my sister, and she's going to share with you her formula for friendship. You want to hear?
Yes! Because what is life without a formula? Okay? So basically, to just break it down where you understand it a little better. So friendship equals, write it down, proximity. So when you're trying to get to know someone,
correct,
you know, do we just abruptly approach them and be like, oh, I'm your new BFF? Do we do that?
No.
No. We kind of, it's almost like private detectives. You know, I want to know where they are and how I can get to know them a little bit better, maybe through a mutual friend. So proximity is important. The next one is frequency and duration. Frequency and duration goes together. So once you build the proximity, then how often do you want to be in the area with the person? And then once that builds, then how often do you want to be in connection with them, in communication with them? Kind of like where the physical part comes in at hanging out, going to the movies, talking
Yes.
on the phone, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Then from there is the intensity. The intensity is where we suffer. The intensity is where the vulnerability
Comes in.
comes in.
That's right.
With the friendship. It's when now it's one-sided because I'm always giving and you are still stuck in your pain, stuck in your fear.
Yes.
Because you've been hurt in the past. And so friendships are very difficult when the pain comes from the separation of family, because family is your first friendship. That's where you learn. You learn from your siblings, from your cousins, from the communication with your parents. Your parents are your first friends, and so if your parents didn't give you the proximity for you to gain the trust, like how many of us really were very close to our parents where we told them everything? Raise your hand. Besides me, like I was. Like my mother knew everything, right? And that's because they didn't build that proximity. Proximity builds trust, where you're able to say, Mama, Daddy, this is what it is. So when that is not taught at a young age, then it filters over into our adult age, which is the reason why most of us never experience what a true best friend is, what a true relationship is with someone that's outside of your family.
That's right.
So that's the formula. Y'all got it? Okay, so with that being said, how many of us have ever really had a true best friend from childhood? How many of us still have our childhood best friend? Like you're like, oh, I don't know, like, okay. How many of you experienced your first best friend in college? And you're still best friends with that person, okay? How many of you had your first best friend from like your first job? Your work, your work bestie, right? Your work bestie. Yeah. Okay, and so think about how you cultivated that friendship. When I think about Master Coach Anna, when she told me that this was going to be the topic, I was like, okay, how did we cultivate our friendship? It first came from a weird phone call, right? This very weird phone call. And then from there, because I am the master of building relationship, I knew in order for me to cultivate that with her, a person, a complete stranger in a whole different country, a whole different culture, a whole different race, just a whole different everything, that I was going to have to build proximity. Who is this lady? How do I get to know her? How do I find her? And how do I cultivate a relationship when I'm not in physical proximity with her, right? So for some of you who are, how many of you are like social media gurus? Like you love social media? No one, okay. I'm in the Philippines, right? Like we are physical people here. How many of you have people on social media that you would like to get to know? How about that? Anybody? Okay, great. Okay, there's some hands. Okay, finally. Powerful people ask powerful questions. Okay, like coaches. Okay, so those people, how do you get to know them? Let me tell you how, because this is how you build the proximity when you're on a social media type of platform. You show up where they are. You show up if they have, pages like Master Coach A, she does all of these talks. You show up on her talks, right? While you're in her talks, you make yourself noticeable by adding value. How do you add value? By participating, right? This is all in a proximity. She may be doing the 5 steps to building a positive relationship. You may be the transcriber. She's like, well, who is this person on here? Transcribing all 5 of my, key points. And then that builds the awareness where you start showing up. Now we're talking about the frequency and duration. You know that she shows up on Tuesday and Thursday, so you show up on what? Tuesday and Thursday, right? And you are building that presence, the awareness that, hey, maybe I am or maybe I'm not stranger danger, but I'm here, right? And then from there, she may begin to notice you where you can really, really cultivate the introduction. That's when you can really say in the inbox, hello, my name is LaKendra. I've been following you for the last 2 or 3 months. I show up every Tuesday and Thursday on your lives, A, B, C, D, F, G, and she knows who you are because she knows you by the proximity that you have built and by the frequency and the duration that you have built.
Yes.
And then that's when a relationship happens, online, offline, for those of us that still have the fear of coming close to someone and building a relationship because we've been hurt, because we've been abandoned, because we've been neglected by other people that we wanted to build with, and they just didn't share our same heart.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's the formula. Okay?
So as a formula again?
Friendship equals what? Proximity. Proximity plus what? Plus what? Intensity. Intensity from one person is, what is intensity? Why is that important?
Vulnerability.
It's for the vulnerability. It's when you really get to dive in deep, because then it's what level of friendship do I want, right? The level of friendship that Master Coach A and I have is undeniable. We know very personal things about each other at this point. Like, I would probably have to kill her so she won't tell my secrets. But I'm not gonna kill her, right? So that's what vulnerability is, when you are at a point where you can truly trust someone. And it should be a respect thing, for even if there's a quarrel and you may not talk for a couple of days, because don't we have quarrels in friendships? Have we had a quarrel?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So
We've been talking. Yeah, because we've been talking all the hours of the day.
Yeah.
So if we don't talk for a day, then we know.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're talking about two powerful women, so we're not going to always agree. So we agree to disagree, however, but it's still the respecting there to now I'm not going to spread all of her private information on social media because of one little simple thing. It's because we have built that trust and we built those levels that we just bring it back together, right? Because that's what being family really, really is. Yes.
All right. Did you hear what she said? Yes. She talks about proximity, frequency, duration, and intensity. And she's coming from a different world, not our world. And you understand that in our culture, we define friendship in that emotional state. And maybe you're hearing this and say like, that's cerebral. That's something you taking advantage or being taken advantage of. And I want to come in and say, that's practically the reason why we're not able to build real friendships, is because we have this emotional, psychological, and mindset blocks. We've got all these blocks about friendship. If you catch what she said just a while ago, when you have disagreements, it's common in our culture, when we have disagreement with someone, we start saying all the negative things about that person. We go to social media, we go to the next person and say da 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 and all. But that's not friendship. Because if you are, hear me out on this, if you are connected to the person, which is the essence of friendship, whatever you do to that person, it bounces back to you, it reflects to you, and it should be hurting you. Are you getting this? All right? So I want to share with you, okay, Coach Glacy, okay, is
Hello,
online.
Coach Glacy.
Okay? I want to share with you 5, okay, elements of friendship in, okay, the blocks that we encounter. And if we're able to handle these blocks, then we can follow and we can get into the formula.
Yes.
Are you ready? Ready? Yeah. Okay. Number 1. Friendship is connection. Right? And that's the first. You need to have that connection. That's why we're talking about proximity. You need to be connected with that person whom you want to have a relationship on a friendship level. You need to get connected. Now, have you ever thought why there are people in the world, why there are people in your space that you want to get connected, but you cannot build friendship? Have you ever thought why? Come on now, think about it. Are there people in the space that you occupy at work, at home? Okay, she was talking about home, where we start building the friendship. That you really want to build relationship, but you are hindered and you cannot build the relationship. Can you think of why? Because it's not mutual. What else? Come on now. Why can't you build? But here, she talks about even talking and building relationship with people you don't know. She talks about doing it in social media. Like people she wants to be friend in social media, she can build it up. And you ask and you say not mutual. But you say here, we're building it. So why you're not able to build that? Your intention is to build friendship. Come on now. What is that blocks that you are not able to build a relationship to someone? I'm not talking even about having a romantic relationship. Just a friend.
Fear of rejection.
Pride? Fear of shy? Fear of rejection? What else? Not intentional. You know what? Those things that you said, you can conquer it and win over it if you can answer this question. You know what's the powerful question? What can I offer to this person? Muna. Intention, motive. Not mutual. What else? If you can answer, like, I want that person to be my friend. I want to befriend that person. Then answer the question. What can you offer? What can I offer to that person? Because if you can answer that, then you can start building that relationship. Like, think about it. If somebody comes to you, offer something to you that you don't have, offer a help, offer a service, will you say no? Will you say no to a friendship? Okay. Many times we want to build friendship, but we miss the point that to begin friendship and to establish a relationship, the first question is, what is it that you can offer? Okay. She talks about she's the master of relationship. And the next question is, what can she offer to me? Because I need something. So because of that, I need something. She needs to offer something if she wants to build that friendship. Because I need something, and she say, I don't want to give what you need. Then she's not offering anything, then friendship cannot be built. Do you get this? Point number 2. Okay. She talks about intensity, and that's what intensity means to us is bolna. And we are scared about it because of this element, of this thing, the self-disclosure.
Yeah, that's good.
Self-disclosure. We're so scared of it. Come on now. Self-disclosure. This is where, okay, you're thinking of what if she or he rejects me? What if that person discovers something about me? What if that person dislikes this? You have not yet built the friendship and you have this in your mind. Come on now. Who's guilty as charged?
There were some hands up.
Guilty as charged. I'm not looking around, okay? Guilty as charged. Can you just give me a high, bro? An emoji if you're watching online. Guilty? Yeah. Before you even get to build that friendship, you're thinking, what if that person discovered this? What if? So it's all about your self-disclosure. Now, you know what's the powerful question? Ready? What makes me the person more than my worst experience in life? What makes me the best person more than my worst experience in life? I mean, think of your worst experience of life. Because your worst experience in life brought that fear in you. But more than that worst experience is the best version of yourself, isn't it? Can you now think of that worst experience?
Yeah, but, you know, I do. I really do have a worst experience from my childhood. You know, one with a group of young girls that really didn't share my same core values.
Okay.
However, they were popular, right? And so you having to lower your values to fit in, and then when you fit in, it's not what you thought, but then you don't have to get out of it because you want to be accepted. Yeah. So I get that.
So what's the best? What brought the best?
What brought the best?
Yeah.
It's finally just accepting me as me, you know, and creating my own value of friends. Sometimes, what I learned at the age 17, when I kind of broke out into my own individuality, is that I was my greatest friend, right? And so when I started being a good friend to myself, then I started attracting other people that were like me. And then that's when I started to evolve, not only as a person, but as a better friend, because I was in a false identity of what I felt that a friend was, then I translated not being a good friend. So when I got out of that and started being who I felt that I should be, then I started to blossom as a better friend. And so I think that's just life within itself. When we create a false identity of who we feel that we should be, we can never be the best version of ourselves until we really start to own who we truly are.
Wonderful. Good. So what's number one? Connection. Number two is? Self-disclosure. Okay, here's number three. Giving and getting.
It's a big one.
Okay. Giving and getting, okay, it's a big one. Hold it tighter in there. Okay. It speaks of the energy, the resources, and everything that we put in the relationship and we get out of the relationship. Now, the fear here is we fear not of giving, but we fear of being rippled off. That's the fear. Like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be ripped of something. I'm gonna be taken advantage of something.
And you go into that relationship with that mindset.
That's your block.
Yeah.
Like, what if I build this relationship and I'm ripped off of this thing?
You know, sister, when I was in case, hey, Monk Tashi, because Monk Tashi sometimes tunes in. And I've told you the story about my relationship with him. One of the greatest quotes he gave me about building relationships that took me almost a year to cultivate mentally was to give everything and to require nothing in return. And at first I didn't get that. I'm like, why would I give everything and I can't get anything back, right? And so once you really allow that to sit down in your core, and if both friends come in with that same mindset, then the love will be forever reciprocated, right? And so it won't ever have to be because I did this for you, what are you gonna do for me, and vice versa, because then it becomes like a competition type of thing, you know, like a tick for tack. Well, she bought me flowers, next week I wanna buy her, you know, a bouquet of, I'm gonna build you a garden.
I love that. Okay, get ready.
I'm gonna build you a garden.
Okay.
So that's a big one, sister, because I think that we feel that friendship is a competition.
Which is
of
not.
giving and receiving, and it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
You know what's friendship? The giving and getting is this. You keep giving to the friendship bank.
Mm-hmm.
It's your friendship bank. Keep giving into it. Let it overflow. And when it overflows, any one of you can just get it. You get the price of it, you get the fruits of it, and nobody cares because you keep giving and giving to the friendship bank. That was she's saying. It's always like give, take, give, take. If I give, what can I get? Mm-hmm. Right? That's why at the end of the day, you also have this mindset: can I be ripped off? Can I be crippled by the relationship because there's nothing left of me? Or some of us would have the idea that if the friendship does not serve your purpose, you just leave your friend. Yes? And it's starting to hurt now. Friend, okay, tell to the person next to you, it's okay. We'll survive this. We're on number 3 now. Okay, come on, give it up. Friend, we're surviving this. Okay, we're about to finish.
Yes.
You're getting this. Because our mindset is always to give and take. Give and get. And so we give. And then at the end of the day, we're having, what am I getting of this? Is this friendship serving me? Versus, let's get the friendship bank richer and richer. And as it overflows, any one of us can get, and other people within us, around us, can also benefit from the friendship. And that's the connection I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Are you getting this? Yes? Isn't it beautiful if we can build friendship this way? You're getting it, Coach Ed. You're smiling. I like your smile. Kaya pa? On number 4, let's talk about polarity. What is polarity? Come on now. What's polarity?
The polar opposites.
The polar opposites.
Yeah.
You know what's the polarity in friendship that keeps us struggling? Is this. I want the friendship, but I also want to be alone. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it true?
Yeah, it's like
Now,
you want something you desire, but your behavior in it is totally opposite.
Yeah. That's polarity in friendship.
Yeah.
Like, you want a friend, right? Who wants a friend here? Okay. And then all of a sudden, there are things that you want to do on your own without your friend. Yeah. Oh, me time. Oh, big word. Think about it. And then all of a sudden, your friend don't know where to position themselves. Do you want me or you don't want me? I want both.
Yeah.
Who's guilty? Guilty. Okay. Guilty.
A lot of us.
A lot of us is guilty of that. We want a friend, but we also want to be alone. It's no different in marriage. You want a spouse, and one day you just want your spouse to be on the parking lot. Yeah? One day you want to park the relationship because you say, I'm losing myself. My goodness, how can you lose yourself in a relationship? You can't. That's the problem with polarity. We fear losing ourselves. Now, can you just clear your mind now? You can't lose yourself. Hello. Where would it go if you lose yourself? Come on, think about it. Reason out with me. If you say, I'm losing myself, so nasa napunta yung sarili niyo? Namatay. Where, I was asking them, where does self go?
Now I can lose myself
To
in my brain.
That's it. You lose yourself where? Where?
In the mind.
In your mindset. In your mindset. Because in your mindset, in this space, it's either we're together or am I alone. Correct?
Yeah.
But what about this? Remember, friendship and connection serves a purpose personally and professionally. Correct? How about this? In this space, how about this? How can it be both of us adding value to this space for all of you? Will that challenge friendship? It doesn't matter if we're doing it together, we're doing it alone. The question is our friendship serving the greater purpose of the people in our space? That's the challenge. Because your fear is losing yourself. And to combat that fear, the question would be, how is our friendship serving the people in our space? How are we serving and making the space better and greater because of our friendship? How's that? Because most of the time, you only look at friendship between you and the person. So it's either she's there, he's there, or the two of you. One or two. But what about you looking at the friendship serving the greater purpose of the space that you both occupy? Would it be beautiful? On number 5, ready? One. Coach ER, we're ready. Tell to the person next to you we're on number 5 now. Woo! We survived. On number 5, I think Coach Win said that. 2 becomes 1. And you know what? When 2 becomes 1, you just created one unique new space. Yeah. When 2 becomes 1, there is an emergence of one unique space. That space is yours. That space that you share is yours. Okay. Now the problem here is your question, how am I fitting in this space? That's what you always ask. So what's going to be my role? How is it? But remember, that space is something you both created. So why are you challenged? Why are you scared? You created it. Because most of the time you're thinking of what other people would think about the friendship, what other people would say, how that space is yours. And you can create it however you choose. The rule. So it's in control. So it's in control. Yes? Both of you. So why would there be an issue and concern when you're building a friendship?
Because there's a lot of other factors.
Alright? So here is the question. When you create that space, the challenge and the question should be, what is this space for? What is this space serving? What is this space going to do with my entire life? How will this space serve my purpose, her purpose, and the purpose of the space we used to occupy? Because remember, the space that you occupy, you're still part of the bigger space. And you're always scared because you forget that there's a space that only you can live, only you can nurture, only you can breathe life, and only you can bring to the higher level. Without everything that the rest of the world, the rest of the space is putting a hindrance to. Are you getting this? Is friendship challenging?
No.
Why? Can we give a hand? Is friendship challenging? She said no. See, my friend?
Because if we continue to say yes, then it will be challenging. But when we know who we are in the friendship, then we know what we need to work on in the friendship. So having the awareness, taking it back to the coach. We didn't teach you the coaching model just for you to make money for life coaching. We taught you the coaching model so you can adapt it and apply it to your everyday life, because we know that's what life coaching is. So when you raise the awareness of who you are as a friend, the question was, what could you do to get better? That's the awareness of it, right? Then you begin to tie that into the level of reflection that you sit in, even in friendship. You see how the care bottle fits into life, because here's the caveat to that. The E in care stands for what?
Established commitment.
Oh, because I was going to say, let's take all of the certifications back. Okay.
It's okay. They can answer.
Whew,
Hold it a
okay.
bit.
So
You answer, please. Okay.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. So what do we do also in friendship? You establish the commitment, right? You establish the commitment for yourself so you can extend it, so you can pulsate it from the heart to the friend. So is friendship hard? No, it's not. Because now you are aware of exactly who you are in the friendship and where you need to improve. Once you know that, once awareness surfaces in your mindset, then it no longer lies dormant in
Yeah.
your subconscious and your unconscious mind. You are now very conscious about what's happening. That makes things workable and that makes things attainable in your life. That makes sense? Great.
Coaching works in every facets and every aspect
every
of
aspect.
our lives, including building friendship. The care model speaks of us, what? Having a vision.
Yes.
When you create friendship, when you start a friendship, when you build a friendship, when you nurture your friendship, it's important that you have a vision for that. Tonight, we start having an awareness of what friendship is. You were also given an opportunity to reflect about friendship. And I'm sure as we close, you now have a commitment on which you can establish friendship that would last a lifetime. So you can just remain connected either professionally and personally. Coaching works, the care model works.
Yes.
Let's give a hand to the creator of the care model, LaKendra, Smalley, my friend, my sister. Good night, everyone. This is Master Coach and Master Coach LaKendra. See you on Thursday for Strengthening Thursday. Good night. Bye-bye.